Another tool that teachers like to use a lot in sheets is the conditional formatting. They use this a lot when they want to make heat maps and kind of use this feature to set the color or the color of the font or the color of the background of a cell to change based off of what data shows. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So down here we just did our if statement, and you see we have our win-loss options down here. And what I want to do here is maybe, for example, I want to highlight, I want the colors for the boxes that say win to be one color, and the boxes for the colors, the boxes for the ones that say loss to be a different color. So I'm going to select this option here, and I'm going to go up to Format, and I'm going to go to Conditional Formatting. And when I select that, I'm going to get this option here. And the first one that we're going to look at is the single color option. So now what I can do is now it gives me the ability to set individual rules for whatever range that I've selected. The range that I selected is right here. If I wanted to select a different one, I can click on this and choose a different range to work with. So in this case, I want to start off just one at a time. I want my boxes that say win to be in bold and in we'll say the color blue. So I'm going to go in here, and I want the ones that say win. So I'm going to say make sure that the text it says exactly win, and then it will let me do that. But just so you can see it, there's plenty of other options on here. If you have other numeric categories, you can do something that are greater than, between, less than, and all different sorts of things that are available on here. But right now I'm going to set, so my text is exactly win. And here's where I can set my formatting. I want those to be in bold, like I said, and I can choose the color that I want. Let's see what I said. I think I said I wanted it in blue, so I'm going to change this to a blue color. Let's make it to a blue color that we can actually see something. So we'll go with that color blue and our bold text. And now we set a rule for that. I can continue to add more rules with that. I can set as many rules I want. For example, I can add another rule that says for the ones that are lost, like those can be a different color. So I can do the same thing, text exactly, and type in loss, and I can make those be in italics and be the color yellow. And then when I hit done, my rules are there. So I know a lot of teachers use these for grading purposes, and maybe if they want to put if the student got the question right, it's in green, or if they got it wrong, it's in red, or maybe you want to do some other options. But that's one way where you can use the color for the conditional formatting to change the color based off of condition. One option that we didn't mention yet is there is a color scale option. So you can let Google Forms create a color scale, and based off the range of the data, it'll adjust the scale based off of what's in there. So for example, let's say I wanted to do a color scale for my averages. So it'll do the same thing that we did right here, but instead of us making the rule, it'll kind of gauge the numbers in there and set the rules itself. So if I go to do the same thing, I set my range and I go to Format, Conditional Formatting. Instead of choosing single color, I can choose color scale. And then you see here, it automatically kind of changed the colors in here. And what it's basically doing is taking the lowest value and the highest value and kind of setting the colors in the range in there based off the max and the min. I can go in here and choose a different color scale if I want to. So if I wanted to use this one as my scale, to do that I can set a min value or a max value, or you see the different options up here. But this is where you can kind of set your color scale for your sheet, and I can hit done, and now I have my color scale. So that's your conditional formatting, where you can set formatting rules based off what the data shows, and the colors will adjust. So it's a great way to kind of visualize the data that you have in your spreadsheet.